Okay, so we want to simplify this. Square root of 75 r to the 9th over s to the 8th. We write the 75 as, and we simply write down what we have here, that we replace 75 by its prime factorization. We factor the 75. So that's 3 times 5 squared times r to the 9th over s to the 8th. Okay? And we don't try to do anything else, you know, because you want to say, oh, well, you got an r to the 8th and you're left with an r. Yeah, that's right. But get this down so you can look at it clearly, instead of trying to imagine what you're going to do in the next step. Don't even think about the next step. Write this down. You might immediately identify, well, I am going to be taking an r out there because it's not even power. You know that. But then put it away and write it out step by step. Then we have a square root, so we just want anything, the square root's the 1/2 power, so we want to take out the biggest power of every term that we can multiply by 1/2 and get an integer, right? So that's going to be square root of 5 squared r to the 8th over s to the 8th times the square root of 3. There's no 5, that's a 5 squared. It's 3r, not 3 times 5, okay? And you see this. You know, I'm having a problem because my s looks so much like a 5.
Mine do too, so don't feel
Huh?
bad. My S's look like 5s too, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. So I want to be kind of careful to write out my 5s real clearly. And of course I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my s's. I don't know, it still looks the same. Okay, that's an s, and this is an s, this is a 5. And I'm going to change that letter. I just don't want to confuse things, okay? So now it's t to the 8th, but you understand that you would do the same thing with s, right? Okay? So, okay. That's a bad looking 5. Okay, so now this means, and this is a step that you probably better not skip for right now. Means it's this raised to the 1/2 times the square root of 3r. And then we use the laws of exponents to write this as 5 squared to the 1/2 times r to the 8th to the 1/2 over t to the 8th to the 1/2 times the square root of 3r. And I'm really going to recommend that when you write these out, you always write this detail. It doesn't take long to write. And once you get the hang of it, it goes very quickly. And if you do that, you're not as likely to forget it later. It's a little extra trouble, but you want to keep reinforcing what everything means and reinforcing these laws, okay? This make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And now, 2 times 1/2 is 1. So we just get 5 to the 1 or 5. 8 times 1/2 is 4, so we get r to the 4th. And down here we get t to the 4th times the square root of 3r. Okay?